There were punches traded, there were fourth down gambles, quarterbacks adding their magic touch on their own drives. I mean, the Cowboys-Chiefs game had it all, like Moneybag said. It's all there. Cowboys get the win over the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 13, 31-28. The final. We're rewinding back through it all here on Cowboys Rewind. I'm your host, Nicole Hutchison. And offensively, of course, it was not clean. It wasn't the best, but they were playing behind the sticks for most of the game. But they've got a guy, Big Four, Dak Prescott, who was able to make some things happen out of nothing. Of course, there were some plays they want to take back. Of course, the interception at the start of the game, the fumble late by George Pickens, recovered by Cavante Turpin, but the playmakers stepped up when they needed to, like a CeeDee Lamb recovering from last week against Philly. They were balanced, of course, when it mattered through Javonte Williams, through Malik Davis. They were explosive, too, when the opportunities presented itself in a Cavante Turpin and a CeeDee Lamb. On the defensive side of the ball, wasn't very clean either. There were some missed tackles there, of course. Early points allowed because they were a gift from the offense for a short field. But for the majority of the game, they were able to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes when they needed to. Forced some incompletions, held the Chiefs scoreless for two quarters entirely. So the Cowboys, they're stacking some wins together. That's all that matters. They get their 6th win of the season.
I think we're playing good football. I don't want to minimize that. I think, you guys know what we're capable of on offense. I think the defense, again, is just taking so many strides over the last couple weeks. When I watch our defense play, man, I see violence. I see passion. I see everybody running the football. I thought Demo was outstanding tonight. I thought he was everywhere, man. And I just think it's contagious. I really do. I think it's contagious, and they feed off one another, and that's a really good football team, a really good offense. They've got weapons everywhere. The quarterback, what can you say about him? But again, we're playing with a bunch of confidence. Why? Well, because we're executing and we're having fun, and we're trying to honor not just Marshawn, but we're trying to honor each other with the way we prep and the way we work. And short weeks aren't easy. I mean, they're the same for everybody, but emotional game against Philadelphia, right? And then you have to come back and really, without hardly any practice this week, to be able to go and do what we did today, I think is a testament to the young men in that locker room.
It's never one player versus another player, but it looked like your quarterback had a pretty nice game tonight. Just your thoughts on how Dak played.
Yeah, I thought he was incredible. I mean, I really do. I think, throw an interception on whatever the second or third play of the game is never how you want to start. We were hot, and he tried to beat it with a throw, and the corner did a nice job. He kind of baited him into it. But, I mean, that's who we are as a football team. We go out there and we turn it over in the first couple plays. They go, I think, 2 plays and score a touchdown, and we never panicked. We're not going to panic. This team, why would we panic? We've got all the confidence in the world in one another, and that we're going to figure it out, and we're going to make, really good adjustments. And but, yeah, I mean, I think the epitome of Dak, which shows what Dak is right. We had a little bit of headset malfunction. I probably said too many swear words. My mom's going to be mad at me for Thanksgiving. But, that's just Dak and I being tied together. He ran over. I really said 2 words. He knew the play, and he went out and executed. But that's the veteran quarterback, man, the savvy, the leadership. And this was just great performance by him.
You guys still have a mind to do everything you can to make the playoffs, and you still see that as a realistic possibility?
Like I said, we just take things one day at a time, man. Especially on the defensive side, man. We have a fantastic offense, man. So on our side, we just got to take one day at a time, keep stacking, keep doing the things that we can do that's good, and keep fixing the things that we did bad, and just keep learning and growing every single day, man. And when we hit our stride, we're gonna be dangerous. So.
What changed after the first couple drives? You forced 4 straight punts after that.
I think just execute, man. That's a big thing we always preach about, execute, man. We got to do a great job. That's one of the things that I feel like we got to do even better, man. Just starting off fast, man. I feel like we starting off slow, and then we get together and hit our stride in the game, man. So it's all about finishing, but we definitely got to do a better job of starting off faster. So.
Mahomes is so elusive. Mm-hmm. How much part of the game plan in terms of trying to corral him came down to, hey, we just got to have high effort and get after him?
Oh, that was the whole game plan. The whole game plan, man. I know myself, I probably missed like 3 sacks, man, how elusive he is and how great he is, man. So playing against a guy like that, man, the whole game plan was just funnel him in, man, make him get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible, man, and just do things that we can do to affect him. But it's hard to affect the Hall of Fame quarterback like that, man. So.
The Cowboys with 6 straight wins, home wins against the Kansas City Chiefs since 1983. That's the second longest active home streak against a single opponent. So the Cowboys 6-5-1 in the season, keeping their playoff hopes alive. But we're just getting started here on Cowboys Rewind. How about CeeDee Lamb, a pissed off CeeDee Lamb, making the Chiefs pay in Week 13?
Cowboys Rewind is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. And by SWBC Mortgage. Customized solutions to help you meet your personal and business goals. Visit SWBC.com. This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
It was the second straight week the Cowboys take down a Super Bowl champion team. They get the win in Week 13 over the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day, 31-28, the final in AT&T Stadium. And thanks to this offense, filling the stat sheet once again, over 450 yards of total offense, 139 rushing, 320 passing, but there was one guy in particular trying to fill that stat sheet. That's a CeeDee Lamb with 7 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown, his 4th 100-yard game this season. Let's hear from CeeDee Lamb postgame.
Great play call by Shotty. We got the coverage that we wanted. All I knew is I had to run my route the way I knew how and finish the play, and that I did in 7 points.
Seemed like there was a battle out there. Every possession, it was either you caught it or there was a penalty flag.
It's normally how it goes. That's why I said no one can really guard me. It's just me driving the ball, and I don't do that often. So it's just a series of events. It's a great experience for me. I've learned a lot, and on forward, we're moving forward.
Shotty said earlier in the week that you had that look in your eye. You wanted this to be all business. How personal was getting back out on the field and having a performance like this tonight?
This game ain't the only game I'm about my business. I can promise you that. So do what you want with that info.
How'd that turkey leg taste?
It was cool. It's cool, better than I expected for sure.
Just the third play of the game, the rest of the way he goes, what does it say about him?
Resilience, man. Resilience. He's a leader. He's the epitome of it, and he's the heart of this team, man. We understand. We protect for. He's going to have a great day.
What do you think for?
I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my team. I'm thankful for my brothers. I'm thankful to be able to do what I do for a living. It's a lot. So I'm grateful, and I appreciate every opportunity.
Did you ever wind up against Trent Duffy before?
No, this is my first time.
What did you think?
He's nice. He's a real good cover guy, and he's much respect from me and him. I mean, we out there competing. We're competitors. So I don't really do the slandering and all that. He's a great player. I just won today.
Did you notice they took him off you one possession?
Nah, not really. I saw him majority of the game.
You guys were so good on the third down. How would you explain that? You get 9, third down.
We just got to continue to convert. When the team needs us most, when the defense needs us most to convert, move the ball, keep the ball in our hands, and obviously we know who they have at Q on the other sideline. So keep him off the field, be ourselves, and man, we got to move the ball, put up 7 every time.
Nice redemption game from CeeDee Lamb, and also a Cavante Turpin who had a 25-yard run, putting the Cowboys in the red zone. Of course, Brandon Aubrey capping that drive off. He had a couple of nice first down catches as well, being able to move the chains. But that's the beauty of having so many playmakers that can step up at any given time. Of course, not the best game for George Pickens, who didn't really get productive until the second half. The third drive of the game had 50 receiving yards on one drive alone. Led to the 2-point conversion, of course, and a hurdle over a defender. Let's hear from George Pickens postgame as well.
How much do you try about playing on this stage on Thanksgiving? A lot of eyeballs on this game. You seem to step up.
Yeah, this is my first time really playing on Thanksgiving, but definitely, like you said, thrive for the moment. Make sure the guys and everybody else is on the same one accord.
What it means the last 2 wins, specifically against back-to-back Super Bowl champions, what confidence in this locker room?
Super high, but kind of like I said after the last one, just keep going. I feel like that's what we brought into this game. Just keep going, make sure we execute, and we're going to pull off the dub.
What can you say about the CD had the drops last week? Mm-hmm. Short week, he had to turn around and bounce back. What can you say about the game that he had today?
Exceptional. I feel like you said, the drops and all that, then receivers going to drop balls and receivers going to catch balls. So definitely exceptional how he was able to bounce back.
George, you obviously love playing football, but it seems like you have a flair for a little bit to be an entertainer as well. How much do you enjoy entertaining, especially on a big stage?
Definitely the crowd. Like I always say, I'm an energy person, so whether it's a slant or under where I can make my play, I definitely want to get the crowd in there too.
What about seeing postgame at halftime? What was that like?
That was crazy. I didn't even know he was here, but I knew he was a Dallas fan. When I came out of halftime, I seen him, and it was crazy. It was honestly crazy.
Now that you've experienced the sun, are you a fan of the curtains? Do you like to see curtains, or do you care?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, but like I said, that's up to Jerry, but definitely curtains would help.
It feels like this team coming out of the bye with the trade and some defense and just the performance of guys like Morgan on the show. It feels like an entirely different team, at least on that side of the ball. 3 consecutive wins, last 2 Super Bowl teams. What can this team be going down the stretch?
Like I said, definitely we being like the past 2 Super Bowl winners. I feel like we still got that same type of caliber. As long as we just execute, put 1 foot forward each day, I feel like we got that same caliber.
George Pickens with 6 catches for 88 yards. Credit to Dak Prescott doing some magic in and out of the pocket against the Chiefs. But how about Big 4, not the little one? Of course, we hear from Dak Prescott up next.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, the Cowboys have a lot to be thankful for. Of course, the win over the Chiefs, but also a quarterback like Dak Prescott. He was 27 of 39 for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, but that's not the numbers that jump off the screen, right? How about 10 of 12 against pressure for 108 yards, 2 touchdowns? Didn't even take a sack. Let's hear from Dak Prescott post-game as well.
You're talking about 2 organizations that obviously know how to win, and we just beat them both in 2 great games, as you said, in 4 days, and just showing the resiliency of this unit, of this brotherhood, on top of everything that we've been through. I don't know if there's been 2 more impressive wins, but I can tell you right now that we're not going to just sit on some high because of that. We know we've got a big one coming again next week, and all this really does for us is just give us more confidence, knowing that we can go play with whoever.
You savor beating Patrick Mahomes?
One more time.
You savor beating Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, it's a team game. I can't say that. No, I mean, I can't say that. We're 1-1. You know, hopefully we can play again, and hopefully we can play again in a bigger stage in a more meaningful game sooner than later. So he's a hell of a player. I mean, you watch that game right there, and, you know, we got the ball at the end of the game, and I knew we couldn't give it back to him. You know how great he is, and it's on his resume, and we've all seen it before, and you just saw the drive before that, their last drive, right, of the Mahomes magic. I mean, he's an incredible player, but at the end of the day, this is a team game. This isn't necessarily me versus him. We both have a lot on us to go and help our teams win and do that, and I respect the hell out of him.
Dak, to Arch with ESPN. Can you take us through the touchdown to Javonte and then the 2-point play to George, how you were able to kind of get away from trouble, find both guys?
Yeah, just the first one. Obviously understanding, like, we got points. Let's not, let's be smart with the ball. They played a good coverage. They pretty much guarded everything that we had in the initial, on the touchdown, and just saw a lane, try to step up in that lane, and then a guy kind of came off of a block, and from there, Javonte kind of waved me down, showing me he was open, and just a backyard football. That plays Javonte as much as it is me, and then the second one, going to my front side, my progression didn't work, and understanding it's a 2-point conversion, and we need it. Was just trying to make something happen with my feet. Felt like I could escape around the backside, was able to get out of that tackle, and when I did, GP just gave me a great answer, which is being right there at the front pylon, and made a hell of a catch.
I know you weren't sacked today, but you were hit a ton. How sore are you after a game like this, or does the soreness go away because it's on the winning end of things?
Yeah, so there's no soreness, especially when you win. And if anything, I'll probably feel it tomorrow. But it's a physical game, and I love that about the game of football. My offensive line did a hell of a job. As you said, it didn't get me sacked. This is pro ball playing against some amazing guys out there, and they've got their hands full, right? You're blocking Chris Jones and some of those other guys, and I always tell them we work hand in hand. I've got their back just the same as they've got mine. So I think tonight was an example of that, of, even if they weren't perfect, us together, we made it work and got the ball out. And if I take a hit here and there, so be it.
Dak Prescott, the first quarterback with 100 passing yards, 2+ touchdowns, and no sacks under pressure this season. So while Dak Prescott was facing his fair share of pressure, this Dallas defense was pressuring Patrick Mahomes quite a bit as well. That's up next here on Cowboys Rewind. That's now 2 straight weeks this Dallas defense has been able to compete with the best. Of course, wasn't easy. Patrick Mahomes, 23 for 261 yards and 4 touchdowns, absolutely carving on Thanksgiving Day, extending drives and making throws that most quarterbacks cannot do. But Dallas, of course, felt every bit of it. A couple of mixed tackles, actually a lot of missed tackles, a lot of almost as well, just not able to get home, but they were able to tighten up in the red zone as well, had a couple of stops there. But you talk about generating pressure. That's something this team has started to build upon and get better at the last couple of weeks. Well, they've certainly made it happen against the Chiefs. Let's hear from this Dallas defense postgame.
Oh, no, they was good. I mean, they done exactly, what we thought they was going to do, attack the perimeter, try to get that going. Got some very speedy finesse guys out there. So their game is to let them get in space and run. So we made some adjustments, but, they had a short week too. So we knew it wasn't going to be too complicated of what they was going to do, and they was going to do what they like to do, and that was RPO, sling the ball to the outside, and we just had to run and hit. And once our D-line started going there and you got pressure in his face, now we just got to do our job in the back 7 and cover. So, like I said, we just taking steps to get better. It was definitely a good showing. That's a great team, great quarterback, great weapons all around them. So you come out with a dub like that, no matter how many points, that's huge.
Can you talk to the mentality of the team right now, back into the season? Would you say something about mentality right now because y'all really can't lose a lot of games on the stretch?
I think it's just a win mentality, and we ain't even thinking about the play. It's just let's win. Whoever next on the schedule, let's beat them so we can worry about the next one. Because we already know, the playoffs and nothing, it ain't gonna matter if we ain't winning no game. So the mentality is look, we the best. We got to prepare like the best. We got to play like the best if we're going to do that. So that's what that is.
What does it say about your team that you beat the 2 Super Bowl participants from last year in 4 games?
It just say we won two ball games against 2 great teams. And that's all that say. In order for us, to keep pushing forward, we got to win the next one. So.
I think that's just something we take pride in throughout the week of practice, giving great effort, running out the stack, running to the ball, and it just showed today what we're capable of and how we do things around here. And we just got to continue to play like that and, just try to stack wins.
Even when you guys were losing, you expressed being perplexed about how you have so much talent in this room.
Yeah, I've been saying.
Win games and now you're beating the 2 Super Bowl teams back to back.
Yeah, when I first got here, I told them guys I played on this is my 7th team, and I was like, bro, we got too much talent on this team, and to be losing the way we losing to certain teams, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I just told them guys, let's just keep coming together. I know we had a fairly new group of guys that come in the room, and I just seen a lot of talent on the roster and the team, and I was just like, bro, we should be winning a lot more games than we are with all this talent, and they just keep trying to gel together and keep trying to stack days, and being around each other is going to help us out throughout the year. I feel like we're starting to bond more and be more together throughout the last couple of weeks.
Significance of winning 3 straight and 2 in a row against the 2 Super Bowl teams.
Oh, it's great. It's a confidence builder for the team for sure. We heading in the right direction, and that's trying to make the playoff, make the postseason. Like I said, it's the next game up. We just got to continue to play complementary football and, compete.
See the confidence level grow on that side?
Oh, for sure. The confidence level is definitely up. We feel like we can stop guys, and that's a great thing to have, confidence. That's what you need most and foremost. Playing in this league is hard. It's every week. It's just, it's a tough league. You got to have your confidence up and know you can make plays even when you miss or don't make the play. You just have confidence, and each and every man in the locker room should have that.
Jadeveon Clowney talking about the hustle plays. We saw that with Elijah Clark last week against Philly. Well, Jadeveon Clowney, go look back at that tape. 2nd and 19, Patrick Mahomes gets out of the pocket and scrambling. And Clowney, of course, chases him down for the sack. He had 2 sacks against the Chiefs, his first 2-sack game since 2023. All right, we're going to wrap things up here on Cowboys Rewind. Up next, stick with us.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Cowboys scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery are here. Play today. And to watch more Dallas Cowboys content on your connected TV, download the Cowboys Now app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV. Cowboys Rewind was brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. And by SWBC Mortgage. Customized solutions to help you meet your personal and business goals. Visit SWBC.com.
Well, the Cowboys win over the Chiefs in Week 13. They're looking to ride that momentum heading into Week 14. It's going to be a good one. Cowboys, Detroit Lions, and Thursday Night Football. We'll see y'all in Detroit.